Hello, we're back. Janet,
Hi, Melanie.
we're so excited. This week is your strap resistance band and yin yoga. So we're like really excited because this thing is so fun. And yin's really just about stretching. So you could just start to move your hips from side to side, arms open and close. So we have a feeling this is going to be a fan favorite.
Yeah.
We do, because it's if you love stretching and you're always just like, oh, I just need more stretching, and you think you'll feel better like that, you can bring your arms up and down. This is the practice for you today. Some challenging stuff because of the strap, the resistance band, but it's all gonna feel really, really good. So rotate your ankles in one direction then the other. Just maybe like breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, right? So just let yourself start to feel, like mentally tell yourself it's time to just like let stuff go in your brain. So 2 more times. We'll inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and 1 more time, inhaling and exhaling. So if you haven't already, widening your feet, turn the toes out, and then just rocking gently from side to side. So just warming up the hips, just loosening everything up. And so yoga practices do not typically start out like this. Fun fact, open and close your hands, shake out your wrists. But because we know you've been sitting and like, sometimes you just need to kind of like move a little bit before you can calm down again when you've been sitting for a long time. So that's why we're doing that here. And we have a shorter period of time with you. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take the strap, okay? So the strap is in front of me and my 4 fingers are inside and then the thumbs are out. So think like you're telling me to stop, right? And that's how we're gonna put the strap on. First, take the hands up, let the strap come back, and it's going to go roughly underneath of your shoulders. So think about the shoulder blades, the tip of the shoulder blades. That's about where you're gonna go, okay? So we're gonna come down onto our hands and knees. And if you like to use blocks underneath your hands, you're more than welcome to. But what'll happen is when you come onto your hands and knees and you have the straps in this position, and the strap is across your shoulder blades, we can start our cat and cows, lowering the back, inhaling, looking up, and then as you exhale around and drop your head around the spine, you have that nice proprioception from the strap that you're pushing into the resistance, gently though, right? So it's just a natural movement when we're doing our cat. We round our spine. And then when we're doing our cow, we open up the chest, let the pelvis tilt forward, and just continue to move through this. I'm recommending when you breathe in, you're in your cow, and when you exhale through your nose, you do your cat. Can you do it the other way? Sure, of course you can. You could do anything. But this is typically the inhales expansive, opening the body, and the exhales contracting the body, flexing the body. That's the typical way the breath aligns with the body. And 1 more, inhaling and exhale. Let's just sit back. So you could sit on your feet or you could sit on a block for a second and just relax the arms. Maybe you just roll the shoulders in one direction then the other. Maybe you let the head rock from side to side, and you could also let the hips move from side to side, so head and hips. And now we're sitting up, and please, you could sit on a block in between your feet, or you could sit with your legs forward. You could do that. So we're in the same position we were with the 4 fingers inside, and all we're gonna do is just extend the arms, low V, right? So think low V, and then come back in. Low V, and come back in. And so while we're doing this, I want you to think about your shoulder blades. When you bend the elbows, the shoulder blades are moving together, and when you extend the arms, they're moving apart. And so also, I can see my hands, so they're in the peripheral. We're not going in a straight line from the shoulder out. We're at an angle. So just some low V's forward. It's just nice. It extends the trapezius muscle that gets really tight. And then last time, we're gonna hold it and think about the neck, right? Think that we're gonna breathe in and out through our nose and let our neck stay nice and long. We're not shrugging our shoulders up and rounding, right? Staying up nice and tall. And relax. And we totally know, we know. We know how it feels, okay? So if you are feeling that, great. Roll the shoulders in one direction and then the other. And also, if this is too much to do with the strap, you know you can always go with that. So we're gonna place our hands on the ground again in our tabletop position. And this time we want you to sink your hips back, think child's pose, extend the arms out and let the head come down. So the strap is underneath my elbows, our elbows. That's how it's able to stay locked in, okay? And then from here, take your left hand and weave it underneath of you, coming in to thread the needle on the left side. So my hips are back behind my knees. In more of a child's pose, thread the needle. Then sometimes we've taken thread the needle in puppy or with our hips up, and then slowly come back out. And we also don't have to stay here as long because of the resistance. And now weave the right arm under, right side of the cheek comes down, and breathe. Inhale and exhale. And then bringing your hands back out, walking them forward. Let's just take a second. So, because, like I was saying, open and close the arms while you're sitting here. Because, like I was saying, you know, the strap adds that extra resistance. Things that you might have been able to do for a longer period of time might not happen with the strap. Okay, so don't be discouraged. That's what it's supposed to do. So then when you do things without it, it's like, whoa, you feel like this is nothing, right? So it's pretty cool. So we're going to do a little side body work. Take this, I'm throwing Melanie a curveball here, okay? Because that's not what I said when we were filming, but
okay.
We're doing it. All right. She's very, very adaptable. All right, so the hands come inside. We have this strap around the tips of the shoulder blades, coming onto our hands and knees. Let's extend that right leg out and the right arm up. So now we're feeling that modified side plank with the right arm up, feeling the resistance of the band. While we're here, we can lift that right leg up and rotate the ankle in one direction and then the other. So the key to getting really good at something is to make it harder, right? So if you want to be really good at running a 5K, it's like, well, that's 3.2 miles. So if you can run 5 miles, 3.2 doesn't seem so bad, right? This is kind of the concept of the resistance band. Lower the foot, lower the hand. Melanie and I are gonna about face. We're gonna turn and do the other side. So left leg goes up, left arm comes up. Just breathing here for a second. And then we'll lift that left leg up, rotate the ankle in one direction, then the other as you breathe in and out through the nose. Taking a few more breaths in and out through the nose. And then lowering everything down, come up for a second. You can take the hands out of the straps and shake them out. I know it hooks the thumb, so that could be a little, could be a place where you feel like a little discomfort is where it hooks into the thumb. Hopefully it's not too bad, But if it were, I suppose you could wear gloves. I mean, you had to, right? So grab your blocks, and we're gonna place the loops, the furthest loop, one on the right ankle, I'm sorry, right arch, so the foot, the arch of the foot, and the other one on the left arch. Come into our tabletop position and slowly step that left leg forward. Now, if the strap comes off the arch, you could just put it back, right? So you can move the strap to the side. And then let's place our hands inside the left leg. And our right knee is back. So our arms are nice and strong here. We're in what's called lizard. In yin it's called dragon. So we're gonna hold this. So again, the loop with the strap around your arch is kind of nice resistance. It's gentle, but it's not so challenging and demanding that you can't hold the position, hopefully. But it's enough that it gives you nice proprioception and awareness to the back of the foot. And just breathing here, right? So yin is a fan favorite because it's long held postures, mostly seated. It's targeting the core area. So there's not a ton, there's hardly any standing poses. It's designed to stretch out connective tissue throughout your entire body. So it's more than just I'm stretching muscles. It's like, no, we want to get to the point where we're stretching the connective tissue for all of the muscles. So you just breathe, inhale and exhale. Almost out of this one. And then we're all gonna sink the hips back, okay? Sink the hips back so much that that front leg starts to straighten. You could walk your blocks back and turn your blocks upright. And now my foot is flexed, gently flex the left foot. And the spine is nice and lifted. And we'll just hold here for a few breaths, inhaling and exhaling in a runner's stretch. Breathing in and out through the nose. A few more breaths. And then we'll slowly bend the knee. Before we undo anything, right? So we rebend the knee and we're in this dragon again. I want you to let the right foot start to come up. So the strap gives you a little help, right? So let that right foot come in, the right knee bends. Very effective quad stretch, right? So you can point your foot if you want, like I'm pointing my foot. You can keep it flexed if that feels better, but I'm going to point my foot. Just breathing here, maybe feeling like this hip flexor, the right hip flexor, the right quad. Stretching. Just breathe in and out. And we'll let that right foot come down. Whew. Let the left foot come to meet the right. And let's just sit back for a second, give your upper body a break, open and close the arms. Inhaling and exhaling, shake out the wrists. Open and close the hands. Maybe massage the forearms where the wrist, forearm connects. And then we'll move into the second side. So this time, same thing, but our right foot is going to come up. And if this strap gets lost on the way up, like I said, you can move it to the side. Then walk your left leg back a little bit. And I didn't really get into too much alignment. In yin yoga, there's not a ton of alignment cues given. The idea is that you're just breathing and relaxing into poses. So alignment comes into play when we're using those larger muscles, even the smaller muscles, but for yin, remember, we're not targeting muscles, we're targeting connective tissue. So there's not a whole lot of where to place the knee with respect to the ankle. It's really just kind of like feel the pose out and feel and do what works best for you, what feels best for you. And just really breathing, because we don't want a lot of mind chatter. We just want as much calmness as we can. Calmness is what creates stretching. So stretching is not created by effort, by being, I don't want to say force, but it's not by dynamic movement. It's by calming down. Stretching occurs from calming down our nervous system. And so taking a few more breaths here. We always want to try to make sure we do both sides equally. Inhale and exhale. And then super slow, we'll let those hips hinge back. Walk the hands back with them. And then the front foot is going to flex gently, toes moving towards you. And so the hips are moving back and down. And we're just going to relax into this runner stretch, feeling a nice hamstring, back of the right leg, breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. I feel like as teachers, we probably say that more than anything, because in class it's the most important part. If you're holding your breath, unless we're doing some type of breathing exercise, it's that's not going to help to bring you into the present moment. It's all about just letting the breath flow unobstructed. All right, and rebending that leg one more time. And this time the left foot's gonna gently come up, feeling a stretch in the left quad as we breathe, inhaling and exhaling. Quad stretches are tough to come by. It's not an easy place to get this front area. So this is one of the few ones that really has impact. A few more breaths in and out through the nose. Slow, you're going to come back. We can remove the straps from the legs, from the feet, and just once again opening and closing the arms, shaking out the wrists. Maybe interlace the hands behind you, roll the shoulders up and back, and open the chest. So let the chest just move through the shoulders and lift your gaze, breathing in and out through the nose. Maybe let the head move from side to side a little bit, loosen up the neck. And then we'll come to a comfortable seat. So if you need to sit on a bolster or a blanket, you're more than welcome to do that. But we're gonna bring our right leg in and our left leg is going to extend. We'll take the strap The strap's gonna go over underneath the left arch, and then cross the straps so that you're holding with your right and your left hand, and your elbows are extended, right? So no bent elbows, hunched over. We want the arms to be nice and long, the spine to be nice and lifted up as you breathe here, inhaling and exhaling. Just feeling the spine growing a little bit longer. The back of the leg relaxing down, the heel of the foot relaxing down. So if the heel is not relaxed, you can soften up the knee. And also, if for some reason your knee doesn't like to bend in like this right leg, you can always just extend it out. Okay. And then we'll inhale here. On the exhale, hinging at the waist, leading with the heart, right? So when we lead with the heart, we're not nose diving. The last thing that's gonna fall to the ground or fall towards the earth is the head, right? So we're just gonna let our upper body relax over this leg. We're gonna hold this position for a little while. So find a spot that makes sense for you. As you breathe in and out through the nose, try to relax the elbows, the shoulders, the neck, the head, all the places that want to be held up. Just breathe and see if you could soften them with each breath, more and more. Gravity helping you out with this. Taking one more breath in and out. We're slowly coming up, and then we'll switch sides. So the right leg is going to go out. Now I like to put a block under my left knee. You don't have to do that. I like to because my left hip is so open, it just drops. It's very uncomfortable. So strap is going to go over your arch, underneath your arch. You're going to cross the strap and hold with opposite hands, sitting up nice and tall, letting the leg relax, letting your spine feel nice and long, elongated, breathing. And yes, you're gently turned towards the leg that's extended. Remember, you could always extend the left leg if bending the knee, and we have plenty of clients who it's very uncomfortable for them to keep the leg in like this, so feel free to do whatever you need to do, right? We're not policing you, we can't see you. So there's really not anything in this segment that would be wildly concerning. If you know, it's always stuff with the head.
Other than sitting on your couch eating potato chips watching us.
You could do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna hinge forward, inhaling. As we exhale, hinge forward, lead with the heart. Walk the hands down. Let the head, neck, and shoulders relax. Let the upper body relax. Hopefully it's comfortable for you to let your head relax too. But if it's not for some reason, you could always keep yourself lifted tall, or you can put something underneath you, a couple blocks to catch your head. So do what makes you feel good. But either way, just breathing into this pose, knowing that it's through the breath, through gravity, that we're stretching our tissue and making room, more space. And that's really what, you know, we hope you gain from all of the practices, is that you feel like you have more room in your body. You have more ease when you move. You don't feel as constricted from when muscles get tighter. Taking a few more breaths in and out. And then slowly coming up, let's extend both legs. You can move the strap to the side. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Doing a fold over the legs, be our last pose. So we're going to inhale, get nice and tall. As you exhale, hinge forward, let the upper body slowly descend over the legs. Relax the arms, the elbows, the shoulders, the head. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Feeling that stretch in the back body, in the back of the neck. Just breathe into it. More breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. More breaths approximately, in and out through the nose. And then slowly coming back up. So find a comfortable seat. You could have a cross-legged position, you could sit on blocks. I'm actually gonna sit on blocks. Bring them together, sit on top. So an easy seat, cross-legged position. We'll just take some cat and cows. So opening up the chest, inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend and lift. Exhale, round the spine. And continuing your own pace, breathing in and out. Breathing in, opening everything up. And out. Last one, inhale, opening. And down. And last one, place your fingertips behind you. So I'm sitting up on something Melanie's not. So when she puts her fingertips down, it's a little easier for her to reach. So you're gonna place your fingertips on the ground, roll the shoulders up and back, and you can stay like this and just lift the chest up, open the front body, gazing upward, or you could lift the hips up, move the knees down, stretch the front body equally, right? So from my right hand to the right shoulder, left hand to left shoulder, and then the torso. Breathe here for a second, inhaling and exhale. And then coming back up. Let's just cross our legs and do it on the other side. Same thing. You can roll your shoulders up and back and lift the chest, or you can lift the pelvis. Whatever you did on the first side, do it here. Breathing in and out. And then coming back to sit. Shake out your wrists. Open and close the arms. Let the head fall from side to side. And then we'll place one hand on top of the heart over the other. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good job. We will see you next week. And that's our last, no, that's week 4. We'll see you on week